You know what's funny? I am Yoruba born and raised, and my children cannot speak a single full statement in Yoruba. And this thing hits me very recently. How come? I constantly speak Yoruba to my husband, like that is our basic first conversation language. And we speak this language all the time in front of the kids. How come they don't ever get to speak it? Since they were born, we've spoken Yoruba around them, yet they don't ever speak Yoruba. And this is concerning to me, and I'll let you know why. So today I'm doing my makeup, and that is just to go and get my friend's birthday shoot done. And while we glow up together on our way to do that, let us just have this conversation, talk about why exactly this is important to us. Why does the cultural identity, why is it a big deal for us as immigrants? Let's wipe the face. I bought this, and it is bubunishe. I use this for my arms, for my legs, for my lip. I love it, love it, love it. You can see I've been using it for a while. I carry it around. It's always in my office bag. Let's see. Time to glam up. Jordan is wondering, like, where is this girl? This is my primer. It is e.l.f. primer. Oh no! What am I priming on my lip? It's for my face. Truly focus. Focus. Let's go there. I'm just doing a very simple, basic makeup because I'm not doing anyway. These days, I don't really feel like doing makeup if I'm not actually, if I don't have anything serious to do. And then I have this. This is my foundation, but as you can see, it's already lighter than me. I'm way darker than I used to be. And I'll put a little bit. This thing goes a long way, by the way. This is maquillage. Nice product. I love it. And it's very light. Very light. But because, of course, I'm doing very basic makeup, I'm going to mix it with my Fit Me moisturizer, like tinted moisturizer. Yeah. Which is more, it's darker than me. So I'm going to put a little. I know some of my friends did say that, how do you mix foundation? Because my color is never stagnant. It's always changing. So I definitely have to learn to mix my foundation so that at least as I'm changing, I'm able to change my foundation color to, match my color. So I'll mix this up, mix it. Of course, I still like my foundation to be slightly lighter than me. Well, yeah, I think very good. My puff, I love this puff. It's very soft. It is SIE. I got this for my friend. She's my supplier for foundation. For puffs. She's a makeup artist, even though I am not. But at least I have friends that they pity me. I feel like my skin is looking a bit dull. I don't know if it's just an imagination. Stop making noise in my hand. If it's just an imagination or it is, if I'm imagining it, like it is what it is. Tell me if you think my skin is dull or what I can do to make it brighter. I know there are a lot of factors that do make skin dull, but a baby girl, I have to be a baby girl. You see, it's not so far from my color. As you can see it here, and this place I've not touched. So just to tell you that I'm not far. I'm sure when Dami sees this video, she's gonna be like, so this was why you were late. Well, the girl gotta look good as well. I'm gonna come and make you look beautiful. Watch your eye. Okay, can you see? Is it natural? Natural. So back to what we're talking about. I remember there was a day, like we had just gotten to Canada at this point, and because we got into Canada during the pandemic, we were expected to quarantine for 14 days, I think. I remember clearly. I had been in quarantine for a long time, and by the time my family came and joined me, I couldn't wait to get out. So this particular day, they had finished their quarantine, and unfortunately, we had not gotten an apartment. So we went scouting for an apartment at that point. This, can you see that? I've been using this for a long time and it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. It's good, I like it. So like I was saying, we had gone out that day so that we can go and search for an apartment because we had just finished our quarantine. And when we wanted to go out, we realized that the control for the door was not working. It wasn't working, and so we couldn't leave the unit that we had rented, the Airbnb that we had rented. We couldn't leave that place. So we called the Airbnb host and told them that, see, we cannot live here. What are we going to do? This guy said, oh, it was coming. And then it took forever. It wasn't coming. And the next day, he had said it was coming as well. And we were just done. We needed a lot of things. We needed to look for a house. And we needed to definitely leave that place to do that. And so we got a cab, and I told my husband that we just have to rough this thing. We just have to leave anyway. Like, we cannot keep waiting for this guy till whenever he decides to show up. So we said, okay, even though all our property is inside the room, we still have to leave. So I took my kids, and then, not in a room actually, it's a whole 2-bedroom that we rented, a whole 2-bedroom Airbnb. So we got the cab, and then we started to set out. And immediately we got into the cab, and my daughter, out of the blue, decided to start opening her mouth. Mommy, do you know that it is not safe that we left the unit, the Airbnb open? Do you know that anybody can go inside the auntie? And immediately I tried to stop her, to tell her to stop talking about that, blah, blah, blah. But this girl only understood English, and the cab man was there. I didn't want the man to feel like, oh, I'm stopping her because I think he's going to go and steal. At the same time, I need us to be safe, right? So, and she was just talking about how the door is bad, how we should still call the person. I'm like, oh, how do I tell this guy to shut up without making noise or making it known? I couldn't. I was, trying to but this girl was just going off. I was so pissed off that day. That was the first time, as an immigrant coming into a country for the first time, it was when it hit me that I need to be able to communicate with my children without the whole world knowing what I want to say. So that is one thing that you really cannot buy. Going back, every time I remember that day, I feel like if there was a time that one really, really needs to, talk to their child or communicate with their child, aside from having codes, as immigrants, you should have that power. And then, having 2 languages is never a disadvantage. It is an advantage. Being bilingual is a beautiful thing. And, when you have a thing that you can share, a cultural background, that language, that identity that you can share with your children, it just goes a long way, And not having that, for me, it's painful because I feel like I had every opportunity to teach these children, and it's not like I did not teach them. Well, I don't think anybody actually sat me down to teach me to. It is just, speaking in this language, and then they pick it up. But this one just decided that they will not pick it.
Fún mi ní ike omi. Fún mi ní ike omi rẹ. Wojú mi. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ bá fẹ́ sọ. Ẹsẹ̀ lẹ fi sọ, kì í ṣe ẹnu. Ó ti gbọ́ mo sọ fún. Kí ni mo wí? Ẹsẹ̀ lẹ máa fi ṣe kíni? Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ó ṣe. Ẹsẹ̀ lẹ fi sọ̀rọ̀, kì í ṣe ẹnu. Ẹ ti gbọ́. Oge, ó ṣe yàrá. Lọ́gbọ́n. That's it.
Let me continue my makeup. Anyways, this is my Dharma whatnot. Dama blend. I don't ever know the name of anything. I don't keep the name of anything in my head. So I'm just gonna put a little. I love this because I love the shade. This Zara face definer. It has highlighter, contour, and whatnot. Fill in the blank spaces. I just use it. I'm not a makeup artist, so I use it fine, because I'm not interested in doing like a liquid kind of contour. Now let me define my nose. Where is my pencil? Oh, that's it. I found it. See, I always buy these pencils in packs in Nigeria. It's a Davis pencil. And I don't think there's any pencil that I've ever bought here in Canada or any other country that have done the job like this pencil. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I can't see clearly. See, how do my fellow my hand. How do my fellow blind bats do their makeup? Like with somebody else's makeup, I'll be able to, wear my glasses and do the makeup for them. But for my face, however, I can't see shit. So this is my daily work kind of makeup. Like when I'm going to the office. For the most part, I don't even use that concealer. I just use the powder. I just use the powder to define everything. I'm good. Because I'm a fine girl, You can argue with your keypad. I got this thing. I don't know the make per se. Multicolors makeup palette. I good co. It is beautiful because for all my travels, this is easy. It makes makeup very easy for me. Like it is all in one kind of makeup palette. It has all of this and that. These are lipsticks and these are highlighters, and you have the blushes here, and you have the contour bronzers here. Can you see that? Nice, yeah? So it does the job. I think if I have this alone, this alone, I can do a full-blown makeup. I'm positive. Not doing anything serious. And then this beauty here, I've had this for years. I use it to line my eyes because I've not seen a dark eyeliner that is this, that gives me the same, effect. For someone who has sensitive eyes, so it has this bottle in there, and all I do is just use the bottom of the brush that comes with it to line my eyes. Our weather is quite cold now, so I think it impacts how, easily applicable it is when it's all, together. And then my MAC powder. So this is my brush. I've bought so many brush sets, but this is my favorite so far. I bought this from Bismade in Nigeria. Can you see that even the name can testify to the fact that I've used more than the amount that I bought. More than the amount that I bought it. Okay, so we're using this. The bottom has removed. It keeps removing. So if it falls off while I'm powdering my face, be ready. Almost there. So back to the topic that I was discussing. When we talk about language and how, or the reasons why it is really important for us as immigrants to stick to our language and teach our kids this language, it's because beyond language just being our language to communicate with, it's also our identity. They will never forget their roots, and you never know what the future says. They may grow up in future and they may become something important in your home country, or things get better and you go back, and then before you know it, Just because they cannot speak that one language, it impacts their progress in certain things. Take, for instance, there was a situation where there's one of the governorship aspirants in Lagos State, Nigeria, in the last election. The only thing they were able to use against this guy was just because he claimed to be Yoruba, but he couldn't speak Yoruba. And that was a very sad one, because really, in reality, if you are claiming to be worthy of ruling these people, and you want to say you're one of them, and you want the best for them and whatnot, something as basic as just speaking the language, you can't do. As in, make it make sense. When we move abroad and we create this, we are chasing stability, relevance, and whatnot. We want to create a life for ourselves here. We shouldn't lose our roots in the process. We shouldn't. And I don't think there will ever be a time that the kids will grow up and say, why did you even teach us the language? Why did we need to learn the language? I don't think that's something that could ever happen. It would always be that, why didn't you teach us? Because it's an addition, it's not a subtraction, and no knowledge is lost. Anywhere they get to in the world, if they don't need to speak it, they don't even have to speak it. But if they do need to ever speak that language and they don't understand it, then it becomes something that you would wish that you taught them. And sincerely, I am with you on this boat, and my children can't speak Yoruba, and it makes me really sad. And if you do know how, beyond just speaking it around them, speaking it to them, how else can we make this happen? I cannot promise that if they mispronounce words or they make Yoruba words sound funny, that I would not laugh. I'm not a very serious human being, so definitely I may laugh, because it's not something that I plan to do. It's a reflex. So basically, what else can we do? And please, I don't think Yoruba movies help. No. Because most times you never even can tell when they will show scenes that the children should not see, or the kind of knowledge sometimes that they pass. It's just, I'm very uncomfortable. If there are YouTube channels or there are, I don't know, what can we do? I'm lost. Somebody help. So, Association of Nigerian Parents, Association of Immigrant Parents, please, how did you get to make your older children? Now, my kids are not that young anymore. So, how do you get to teach your older children how to speak your native language? Is it too late? Like, should I just give up at this point? Because really, even my daughter can understand some of these things, she just cannot see it, and it makes me sad. And this is the pen I'm going to use to line my eyes. So when we really look at it, English, you can say, is for survival, but Yoruba is, or your native language, is your identity. Because no matter how much English they speak, they will never be English people. So it won't be good to lose one's identity in the process of, finding a better life or stability abroad. My people, please, if you have any solutions or how I can go about, making this better for my family, I would really appreciate it. I need my children to at least be able to communicate in their mother language, in their mother tongue, I like to do these things in bits because I can't see. And yeah, language does open doors. It opens cultural doors. It opens opportunities for them. And if we don't teach them, they would learn to be fluent in every other thing but their own cultural tongue, their own mother tongue. And that is not fair on them. We as parents, we need to do better. And this is me crying out loud right now and hoping that I get someone to hold my hand and put me through on how to make sure that my children can, start to speak their mother tongue. I really want this. Please. Oh, did I show you this? This is Ezekiel. I've had this for years and I love it because it's not too much, it's not too simple, it's just perfect. Should I make it even brighter? It's a classic. Let's see. And what's even surprising is the fact that some of us actually grew up, speaking Yoruba as our primary language, and we learned English, from later on, not even immediately, like maybe when we were in school or as we grew up generally, and we can still speak English because English really is easier as a language. So yeah, I'm off to glam my friend up for her birthday. So if you're watching this from Canada, US, UK, wherever you're watching from, tell me, did you grow up speaking Yoruba as a first language or your cultural language as your first language? And do your kids now speak, that language? Do they speak Yoruba? Do they speak any language that is your mother tongue? And how did you do it? How did you make it happen? And if you have any pointers as to how I can make it happen, I'll be glad. If you've not subscribed, please kindly do. I will appreciate. Oh, this, by the way, is because of my massive oily face. This is what I use. I think it works. I believe so. It worked a lot more better when I just started to use it. I'm not sure it does as much anymore. Maybe I got oilier on my face. Thanks for staying tuned with me. Thanks for watching till now. Do well to subscribe and share with your loved ones if they do have any pointers for me. I would really appreciate thumbs up. Bye.